But welcome everybody, and this is going to be a special episode because the most not important, but the most how can I put this, anticipated Star Wars show, Star Wars podcast. What am I talking about? Star Wars show, not podcast. This is a podcast. We're talking about a show here, Kenobi. I would say that is the most anticipated Star Wars show ever. Mandalorian really wasn't that anticipated. I really don't remember a time where I was looking forward to that. I've always just seen season 1. I don't think I was too much into Star Wars before that. What I had thought actually was I had seen all 3 Star Wars, and I was like, after The Rise of Skywalker, I was like, man, that's it. And at this time, keep in mind, all I've seen is the movies. At that time, I've never seen the Clone Wars. I've never seen Rebels. I've never seen anything but the movies at the time of Rise of Skywalker came out. Now, a few months passes, quarantine, first month of quarantine. Well, you know what? I'll tell you the story about how I really, really did get into Star Wars, and then we can go ahead and talk about the most anticipated show, the Kenobi show. So it all began. I was at the place, was 2 of my friends were there. They're actually brothers. You probably know them, Christian and Ian. So what happened was we were doing something, and then we came up in conversation was Christian, I believe, told me about, no, I asked him actually, have you seen The Rise of Skywalker yet? And he was like, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. Then Ian came up and he was like, yeah, I didn't like it at all. That's Ian, if you know him. Anyway, after that, after he said that, it was, something I did like was the Clone Wars. I was like, Clone Wars? You mean the second movie, Attack of the Clones? And then he said, no, I mean the TV show, Clone Wars. And I was like, there's a TV show about Clone Wars? Wait, when did that come out? And then he said, it came out about 2008. It's pretty good. There's about 8 seasons. No, at this time, season 7 was not out yet, so it was 6 seasons. And then I was like, 6 seasons? Where can I watch it at? He said Disney Plus. I was like, why haven't I seen it yet? And then he said, well, it is animated, but it's animated. This is me right now, and this is like sometime 2019. Maybe before or after Rise of Skywalker. You know what? I think it was before Rise of Skywalker, because I was like, how excited are you for Rise of Skywalker coming out like in a few days? And Ian was like, I don't like episode 8 and all that. So at this time, he said it was animated. I was like, okay. Then, I told him, yeah, I'll schedule a time and see the first few episodes. And like, come on. And then Christian said, you got to, man. Once you start, you're going to like it a lot. Trust me. And I was like, sure. Then we just went back. And then, let's fast forward about 6 months, I would say. And then, no, not 6 months. Maybe just a few months. Maybe it's 6 months maximum. Quarantine is happening. Let's say about 2 weeks into quarantine of the pandemic, COVID-19. 2 weeks in, I searched up on my... No, what was it? Well, I'm trying to think of the exact thing that happened. I believe it was one day... Didn't have much to do. I've always been into movie making. I've always liked movies. And I was searching. I was going on Disney Plus. During quarantine, I really went back and forth near the beginning about which I like more, Marvel and Star Wars. Like, I watched all Marvel films. Then I watched all Star Wars films. And I was like, I was in the attitude to get, Marvel outfits and then Star Wars outfits and all that. Switched almost every month, I would say. Now... Oh, no, not month, week, I would say. So, on Disney Plus, I'm scrolling down. I saw what Christian and Ian were talking about. I saw the Clone Wars. It didn't look that good to me. So, right before I was about to click episode 1, I scrolled down to extras and I saw there was a whole movie about it. A whole movie of Clone Wars. Now, keep in mind, this is, I would say... February. Now this is not before. Yes, it's before season 7 of the Clone Wars. I will tell you that. It's before season 7 of the Clone Wars. So wait, hold on. Let me search up on my phone real quick. Season 7 Clone Wars. I don't want to get this mistaken. I want to get every single facts right. Let's see. It came out February 21st. February 21st. So I would say this is about February, the very beginning of February. That's what I'll say. So I watched the entire Clone Wars movie. I was like, story was good. I didn't like it was animated. I mean, it was pretty rough around the edges. I'll be like, it's a few days passed. Same thing happened. Didn't have much to do. I don't know if I think I didn't have much school at the time. You know what? I did have a lot to do, but I finished school early a day. And I was like, maybe the TV show would be better. I mean, I had gotten on my phone that season 7 of the Clone Wars was coming out. I really like to see that. I had heard a lot of good things that was going to come about that was happening to the Clone Wars. So like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. First episode goes by, and I was like, you know what? It's pretty entertaining. Second episode goes by. Wow, I can't believe Anakin and Obi-Wan are in this. Third episode, I'm like, whoa, what is happening? And yep, it went on from there. And I got it definitely in time to watch season 7 of the Clone Wars like a week early. It was awesome. A great experience watching all of the episodes of the Clone Wars. I was a huge fan of them. Favorite arcs, I would say, is the Fives arc. I just like how close Palpatine was, his plan was to failing. Like, it would make a great theory about how, what if Fives actually kill Palpatine? I highly doubt that could happen. Palpatine was taking a huge risk about possibly telling Fives what happened. I think that arc is, it's just really great. And it's a great arc involving Palpatine and his plan. Next favorite arc, I would say, is going to be the Mortis arc. It explains so much unknown there is to know about Anakin Skywalker. And I think that's just great film. I really like how it shows how he's going to become Darth Vader. And, you know, if you've never seen that before, be like, oh my gosh. This is amazing. Anyway, next favorite is season 7. Season 7, the first episode, I was like, wow, this animation is so much better. And then I just kept on watching it every single week. I believe it came out like on a Friday or something. Yeah, same thing as Mandalorian, if I'm not mistaken. And the last 4 episodes, I remember it. I remember watching it for the very first time. I was like, wow, this is like adding on to Revenge of the Sith. And at that time, I didn't know many Star Wars facts. I knew like the basic characters. I knew Rex. I knew Ahsoka. I knew a lot of characters. I was just, wow. Like I was simply, the ending really was outstanding. I was very excited. I want to see, come on, what happens after this? So after that, what I did was I had seen Rebels on the Disney Plus. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks even worse. So I was like, wait a minute. And I learned, wait a minute, Ahsoka's in Rebels? And then Captain Rex is in Rebels? And so I watched Rebels, and you know, I made an Ezra Bridger fan film. Interesting. Now about the summertime, I would say August, I didn't really start not liking the sequels until October. I had liked the sequels. My thoughts were, Star Wars is Star Wars. I don't care what we get. I just like movies. That was my thoughts from it. I was like, you know what? If it's a movie, I'm gonna spend my time watching it no matter what. So that was basically me. I'm just a kid.